Reads in the chat is saying, um, people will be back. Human greed will always take over. Well, yeah, it does. I agree with you. But I think it's going to be in this way. Ready? I think there's going to be a human greed is going to take this path. In my opinion, and now I hope this doesn't happen because I really enjoy pumping meme coins and having fun. But this very well could happen when you're talking about greed amongst human beings in today's day and age. This very well could happen, Stevie, and chat. Listen to this. That mechanic or that teacher takes puts 100K into a Bitcoin ETF in 18 months, gets 100% return. They're pumped. But they understand that they made that money because they didn't engage with degen crap in crypto. And they've probably touched that hot stove before too, mind you. They probably have dabbled in crypto back in 2022 and stuff like that. And then they take that 100K that they made and they go actually throw it into underdog fantasy and prize picks and Polymarket and Kalashi or Kashi or whatever. And it never flows into your favorite meme coin and your favorite altcoin and things like that. I watched that Murad thing last night when he's comparing SPX 6900 to GameStop with a new haircut, slick back hair, guy looks like he lost 30 pounds. Excellent. He looked great, really, he's a good guy. He used to have glasses. He used to look like he watched anime all day, greasy face, puffy, like, he never ate a steak, just vegan chips and all that stuff. And he totally changed his appearance, created an aura. And he said, and we'll go watch the video that I put out today. I go over it, the whole thing. He looks like a guy that is trying to force a square peg into a round hole. In the sense where he's saying SPX 6900 is going to be the next GameStop. I am telling you, you got to believe in something. You got to take over. We got to do this. We're going to flip the stock market. Now, back in 2021, 2022, you could actually move somebody with that pitch. From a meme coin's perspective, you can actually galvanize a community. And be like, yeah, let's all get behind this. Let's chill. Everybody, come on. For some reason, watching that this time, it was like watching a hairband play a show in 1993. Like, bro, grunge is here. What are you guys doing? You know what I mean? As much as I'm like, yo, I like Whitesnake, I like Skid Row, I like Motley Crue, but guys, this shit might be over with. You might have to take off the spandex pants, the Macho Man cowboy boots, and the the tassels and the hairspray and the face paint and the futuristic guitars and the tearaway freaking tank tops, and just doing the Guns N' Roses Sweet Child of Mine. Fuck, man, that might not be the wave anymore. And as a fan of that, like we are a fan of meme coins and a fan of altcoins, shit. The more I research and the more and I bezels, thank you so much, man. And I will continue every day to get and this might be it, right? This might be the old guard where I will get hated on or get sneak dissed until perhaps most of my audience cycles out and I get a new audience of new thinkers. Because look at Bezel's comment. I am getting comments like that because I'm trying to think forward. I'm trying to think ahead. I'm trying to get better. Bezos doesn't understand that the way I live stream before, and I will live. Hey, by the way, Bezos, you'll have a chance to see me live stream in that format in the member streams. So I'm not hating on you or anything, but you're gonna be able to see that. Will you pay for that? I don't know, but you'll have a chance to do that. So you said you like the vertical, live stream format, brother. I got that for you. I'm gonna be streaming even more, and that will be in the member streams, and of course we'll talk about meme coins. We talk about the same stuff, current events in crypto. So you'll have a chance to do that. Will you follow me? I don't know. All I'm seeing right now is negativity. Like, dude wouldn't say that if his favorite meme coin was pumping right now. He wouldn't be like, stare, I don't like this. I like the other live stream format better. That's the meme coin altcoin investor today. Just pissy, sneak dissing, just antsy, unsatisfied. And for me, I might have to put my hands up and say, we may have witnessed the end of an era, and I don't know what Bezel's account's looking like, but I'm judging from the sentiment of comments like that coming from people. I don't think people's accounts look very good. The guy that says, "Oh, retail's coming back," his account looks like ass. The guy that says, "Oh, don't worry, Stare, we're going to see an altcoin season Q1, Q2." That guy's getting crushed. And either he's really nice and hopeful. Maybe a lot of those guys are nice and hopeful. But man, it seems like it's the end of an era. That's all I'm trying to say. And I take no offense. I take no offense. I appreciate your feedback and everything. And I am here every day, and I'm trying to get better. This production, Bezels, takes a lot more work, and it actually allows me to show you more than just me like this. Even though it's fun to do. It's like an IRL type of stream when I do vertical. I get to walk around and move around and do that. I like that too. I like it too, and I'm going to be doing it. It's going to be members. It's going to be members only. And this is going to be for, just regular public. So hopefully you follow me. I'd love to see you. But I understand if you don't. I understand. This is what I'm coming. This is what I'm getting at. I totally understand the pissiness, the hate, the sneak dissing of just the investor that has endured the last 90 days. It makes sense. And I take no offense. I don't think anything should be, uh, directed at me. I don't feel like anything's directed at me. It's more so like a guy yelling at the blackjack dealer, even though I'm not dealing at blackjack, but like I'm in front of you talking about something you care about, something that you would like to put money in your pocket. So I get when I'm talking like this, you're like, you know what? F you, stare. I like this better, or I don't like you saying this, or you need to change that. I get it's a projection. When you say that to me, it's really you need to look in the mirror and you'd be like, you know what? I might need to change some of my investments. I might need to change the direction of where I'm putting my money and my quote bets at. Um, because it's really hard to from a financial standpoint to come to a conclusion before it hurts you. A lot of times in finance, you got to be hurt by that conclusion or that consequence in order for the change to happen. But what I'm doing right now is having the money in my pocket and not giving it to the market, or not trying to uh not trying to calculate an outcome that I think is going to happen without actually looking at the numbers calculated and throwing money at that because I'm too proud. I'm like, meme coins are coming back, and this is you know um I'm the type of person to be like, maybe there's a chance maybe that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But I've hedged my bet on that by being in Talbot, being in Node AI, being in Avalanche. I'm still in these coins. I'm in Lofi. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm here. I just bought this coin. I just bought whatchamacallit here? I just bought ROI. Look at this. Look at this chart. Look at this chart. ROI. Why? I got insider. I got insider information that this thing's gonna explode. A really good dev CTO'd it, and he's just waiting for all the losers to get out. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? It looks like shit right now, but some of this stuff like this, low risk, I'm willing to wait. I don't see this going much lower than it is now. In fact, I think it's going to go a lot higher. It's on Solana. All right. It's not an ETH coin. Okay. But hey, this is where at least there's some liquidity, there's some volume in Solana, to be able to take a coin like this higher. You know. Um, but guys, I came into crypto where no one knew me, and then April, May, my channel, no one really knew what it was, and I ended up pumping Jerry the Turtle from 900K to 22 million. Pretty much, I don't want to take full credit, but my channel was a huge part of it. I mean, I talk to the dev all the time. and he still talks about that run. And then I proceeded to do that with about 14, 15 other meme coins, up until, October, when everyone left, or no, November really, whenever the big tariff crash was. And during that time, the sentiment in this market, incredible. People were nice. People were hopeful. People were respectful for the most part. I mean, there was a lot of weirdos, yeah. There was a lot of scammers, yeah, sure. But for the most part, there was a certain level of decency among the common investor. Now, I mean, it's kind of pissy. But, and I understand that. And everybody, I don't have to look at the comments right now to know that somebody's hurt about what I just said. It's fine. Get it all out. Get it all out on Papa Stayer. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to be here. Actually, I'm not here to take your shit. You should deal with it yourself. But, I am here to hang out and talk and make jokes and have some fun. But overall, this market, there's some sort of elephant in the room, guys. And some of you guys have never been here, had never been through a real bull run, like 2021. Some of you guys came well after that. So this may fall on deaf ears, but this market is way different than 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. That chunk of time. It's way different. And I think we're looking at that type of playbook of when the last time all these altcoins went crazy, and thinking that those times are just going to come again. And it very well could be. We very well could realize that 99% of these altcoins are just smart meme coins that with now no story, because stocks are actually took the glory of the altcoin, the AI altcoin, or like it actually took the pizzazz, the glory of that, and they've routed that liquidity into the stock market, which you and me don't like it, think it's dumb, because there's not a lot of profit like we experience when things go well. But at the same time, you and me don't control this. And I think the institutions have been wildly successful in rerouting the liquidity that otherwise would have been, pumping our bags, guys. I think they've been wildly successful. They have just destroyed retail for the most part in terms of inflation, job loss, AI. They've just scared the shit out of people. Higher mortgage rates, property tax increases. I mean, guys, the last thing somebody's going to want to do is buy crypto. They rather bet on the Cowboys, or bet on the Falcons tonight, or who the Falcons playing, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight. And take the under on on Baker Mayfield, throwing 2 touchdowns, than DCAing in the Talbot. Let's just be real. And they have multiple ways of making that bet now, whether it be Polymarket, whether it be Underdog, FanDuel, and they're getting inundated with ads about those markets and not ours. And so, hands up in the air. Breaking Bad, you got me, is how I feel. No one knows. Yeah, Steve Reed says, yeah, no one knows.